Good news, everyone! So I finally got my hands on one of these puppies. Now, that's what it is. It's a high pressure compressor. This allows me to fill tanks up to 4,000, 4,500 PSI. So I'm no longer going to be using pop bottles at 120. I'll be able to output 120 PSI on these puppies, and I'll be able to hold that for a very, very long time, as opposed to the pop bottles where it starts at 120 and then instantly begins to lose its oomph. Now I won't be losing any oomph. But this is water cooled. You got to pump water through this to keep the compressor cold. So I've got to figure out a reservoir system. I think I'm just going to use those big water bottles and kind of circulate it through that. So I got a reservoir I got to figure out. I need some fittings I got to find for it. And I got to adapt a regulator onto this tank that I got here for free. Don't know if I quite trust this. I don't know the history of this tank. So I'm definitely not going to be inflating this thing to 4,000 PSI. But, you know, for like 1,000, 2,000 PSI, it might work. I'm going to have to fill this tank like completely full of water and then hook the compressor up to it. And then fill this thing with the pressure higher than what I'm going to be operating at. And then leave it for a while and make sure it doesn't rupture. If you filled it full of air and this thing ruptures, this is like a bomb going off. So got to make sure this is safe before I actually use it. I still might just invest in a brand new proper modern tank for the $350, $400. It's kind of a peace of mind, you know. But I still got to find a regulator for it. Like a regulator off a welder. I don't know. It doesn't quite have the flow that I'm going to require. So I got to find a regulator and a system for that. But now that I got the supercharger to power the first stage, I'll be able to output like, 20 to 30 PSI out to the engine from that side. And then with the high pressure side, now I'll be able to input 120 PSI and then hold and maintain that 120 PSI. Chances are I can actually power this car down the road on compressed air alone. It won't even need fuel.